Greetings. I am the Elite Sun Goddess, the Goddess General, sharing my energetic signature with the globe. Today I'll be discussing the symbolism of an octagon, a pentagram, and the 8-point star. In an esoteric sense, an octagon signifies, this is the octagon. The octagon signifies completion, transition, and new beginnings, representing a connection between the divine and earthly realms. The octagon is in fact used in Christianity, Buddhism, sacred geometry, feng shui, and Freemasonry. In Christianity, it represents resurrection, rebirth, new life in Christ linked to the 8th day of resurrection. In sacred geometry, it's the union of square earth and circle heaven, balance between the physical and spiritual. Process of squaring the circle, which is the spiritual journey of transforming material into spiritual. The octagon also represents divinity, protection, and good fortune. So that's the spiritual material realms, the heaven and earth. Next we have the pentagram. Hope I can see that. The pentagram, which is the mystical and magical, or which is mystical and magical, and equates to the triumph of spirit over matter. It also represents the 5 elements of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. Christianity uses the pentagram to symbolize the 5 wounds of Christ, or the Star of Bethlehem. However, as a youth under some doctrines, I was taught that it was evil, when in fact the Church of Satan uses an upside down pentagram, often with the goat head inside, which was their misconception because they didn't do their research. So in a low vibrational society, you have those who have been indoctrinated to believe that there is only one meaning for any given thing. This is a farce and very comedic because of their exaggerated ridiculousness. A thing or even a word can have multiple meanings depending upon the context and the intent, which is the contextual intent and responsibility of the Hierophant, giving the information, speaking from a religious and spiritual perspective, okay? Now, because I was dealing with the pentagram, I also had to, go and just get a little information about the Church of Satan, which is an atheist organization founded in 1966 by Anton LaVey that views Satan as a symbol of individualism and earthly pleasures rather than a deity to be worshipped. Its core philosophy emphasizes self-indulgence, personal responsibility, and a rejection of spiritual beliefs. The organization is led by its high priest, currently Peter H. Gilmore, and operates as an international organization with various levels of membership. Now, some may be appalled to what I just said. To you, you can keep swiping. However, it is imperative that you know the meaning behind these different organizations, because also Spirit showed me this today, and I heard the Spirit say they claim Freemasonry when really it's the Church of Satan. So that's just being said so that you can be careful about listening to people whose intentions are not pure, okay? Now this leads me to the 8-point star. In Buddhism, it is used on the 8-fold path of enlightenment. In Islam, it represents the seal of Solomon, unity, harmony, and infinity. In Hinduism, Ashata Lakshmi represents the 8 forms of goddesses, the deities of the 8 directions, symbolizing wealth and cosmic order. In Christianity, it represents the Star of Bethlehem, resurrection and renewal. In Taoism, It's the balance between the yin and the yang. Now, my intentions to showing you these correlations are to assist you in recognizing that the spiritual path is a journey with a multitude of experiences. Not one journey is the same. So study to show yourself approved, integrating the necessary concepts for your personal journey with the understanding it's all about integration of the concepts that the Most High Source opens up to you and your intent for the great good. And remembering there's truly no separation because the law of divine oneness and the key principles of interconnectedness, shared source, collective consciousness, impact of actions, and beyond the physical with the responsibility are what matters. I am the elite sun goddess, the goddess general. I am master, and I self-lord. This is a new day. The phoenixes are rising. Ashe.